And welcome back. Well, from Harvard Eye Associates today, we have Nicoletta Stefanidis, and we're going to talk about something that I don't think we've talked about in a long time, contact lenses.
Contact lenses.
Obviously, there are millions and millions who still use contact lenses. And what I know that a lot of people nowadays that can do it, that weren't available years and years ago, they have LASIK or whatever it might be, but there are still a lot of people who wear them, and according to what you gave me here, more than 30 million people wear them in the U.S., right?
More than 30 million, yes. And you can see there that 25% of them are 45 and older. And in our population here in Laguna Hills, probably a good, maybe 25%, which is what that indicates. They're probably wearing them.
Wow. Now, 2/3 are female. Why?
Probably cosmetic reasons.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't want to wear glasses, and so they opt to wear the contacts. And I think also that women are, their hands are a little more daintier, and so they're easier to handle for women.
Okay.
And they've probably been wearing them longer than men, although we have many men that come in and want to wear them.
Okay. And worldwide, the average age is 31.
31, yes.
Interesting. Now, as far as the wearers under 18, 15% are under 18, 50% between 25 and 44, and 25% are older than 45.
Yes. And now we have many, many options for people in that older 45,
Exactly.
although that's not even old. We have a lot of different options for people's needs.
Right.
With the new contact lenses, with the new contact materials, and the new way that they design the contacts.
Right, exactly. So tell us about contact lenses in general, and reading here, rigid or hard or soft, or tell me all the differences.
Yeah, so there's basically two different kinds. There's soft and there's hard. Within those two different kinds, there's different modalities. So in a soft lens, you can have a single distance lens where it only has one power. You can have a multifocal, which has different powers, far and close. In the hard lenses, the same options. You can have distance only prescription, or you can have a bifocal hard lens.
Okay.
So those are really the two broad categories. In those, both of those, you can correct the astigmatism. So a lot of times people go, well, I have an astigmatism. Am I able to have it corrected? Absolutely. Many times we use contact lenses for patients who have medical conditions such as dry eye, keratoconus, corneal scarring, and those are different kinds of lenses that help protect the cornea and you get better vision.
Okay, what are the difference between hard and soft?
The materials.
I mean, the material, of course.
Yeah, the material.
But why would you choose one or the other?
Okay, so a hard lens, we'll start with that because we have a lot of older patients who've worn their hard lenses for like 50 years, and they're still wearing them very successfully. In the 50s, when contact lenses probably became more popular, the hard lenses were the ones that were available. We didn't have a soft lens until about 1971.
Okay.
So a lot of people who were wearing those contact lenses early were wearing a hard lens. The hard lens typically provides maybe a little bit better clarity than a soft lens, although I think the soft lenses are really quite accurate in their vision correction.
Okay.
So patients who wear a hard lens, and rule of thumb is we try not to take them out of a hard lens. If they're handling it well, they're seeing well, their corneas are healthy, we leave it alone.
Okay, why nowadays do most people choose soft lenses?
Yes, that's really the majority because they're more comfortable in the beginning. A hard lens in the beginning, if the patient comes in and goes, no, I absolutely want a hard lens, it's going to be an adjustment period. With a soft lens, it's going to be a very quick adjustment period.
Okay. Now, how do you find out if contacts are right for you versus
another option?
Another option, which could be just glasses or surgery.
Well, coming in and having a thorough evaluation, using the technology that we have machines that will measure the curvatures of the corneas, the front surface of the cornea, the back surface of the cornea, seeing how regular the surface is. All of these things we take into consideration when we're fitting a contact lens.
Okay. Now, going back to the types here, we have the soft, of course, we talked about, gas permeable, those are the hard lenses.
Yes.
And there's some therapeutic ones, hybrid lens. Explain
Yes.
some of these.
Okay.
Colored, obviously, but
Yeah. Okay. So a hybrid lens is for a patient. It has a hard center and a soft skirt.
okay,
And that's interesting because a lot of times patients need to wear a hard lens to correct their corneal surface,
Okay.
but they can't tolerate it. So the hybrid lenses are a harder center and then a softer skirt.
Okay.
Obviously, handling them is a little bit different than either the soft or the gas permeable lens, but really a very nice lens. A lot of times going to the cosmetic colored lens, patients want to have a little flair to their life. And so they'll ask for a clear lens and then they'll ask for a colored lens. There's a lot of different options for colored lenses. They're all soft. Although you can have a hard lens that they can make a really dark green or a really dark blue that might change your eye color, but the more natural one looks to be the soft one.
okay,
And then we talked about the fit modalities. Do you want just distance only? I have a lot of people come in, they are golfers, they want to see better on the golf course. It's just, we fit them with a distance lens because they want to
Okay.
see down the fairway. Monovision is another modality. Some patients will want to have one eye fit for far and one eye fit for close. And patients always say, well, can I get used to that? You won't know until you try it.
Okay.
Some brains do it quite easily and some brains don't like it at all.
okay,
If patients have any inner ear issues, vertigo, that kind of thing, they may not be a good candidate for that because it may make them a little off.
Right.
And their head may feel a little off. But we have a lot of patients wearing monovision as well. The third one, the multifocals, that's the newest modality on the market that's being quite successful. The manufacturing has gotten better, so the optics have gotten better, and that allows people to wear a lens in both eyes, and it makes them allows them to see far and close
Okay.
with good binocular vision.
okay,
With monovision, your depth perception's off because you don't have
right.
the binocularity.
Okay, what about what I don't see listed there is disposable versus people who, years ago,
Yes.
they were very expensive. People
Yeah.
buy one set of the hard lenses. And,
Yeah. Okay.
And also the other kind are ones that people can keep on for
Yeah, sleep
days
in
or a
them.
week
Yes.
or whatever it may be.
Okay, so I got my first lens in 1978, so the lenses were fairly new. It was a soft lens. I kept it for like a whole year. You don't see those lenses anymore. The soft lenses, you can throw them away every day. You can throw them away every 2 weeks. You can throw them away every month.
Okay.
So the modality that we choose for each patient is dependent upon what their activities are, what
Okay.
the health of their eye looks like, how convenient they want it. Obviously, the more lenses you purchase, like if you threw them away every day, you'd be purchasing more lenses.
Right.
So all of those things factor in, although I think the most popular option these days is a daily disposable. It's
Okay.
healthy, it's clean, you don't have to worry about keeping your case clean, disinfecting the lens because you're just wearing it and throwing it away.
Yes.
Now, with
Okay.
a hard lens, you don't do that. You keep that for a year, you have to clean it every day, you have to disinfect it, so there's more care for those.
Yes.
But patients that have worn them 50 years, they have no problem with it.
Okay. Now, obviously, for the ones the daily wears, are they just as effective?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. 'Cause
Yeah,
obviously,
absolutely.
if you're getting a new pair every day,
Yes.
there's a cost involved, right?
Yes, there is, but the cost has come down quite a bit.
Okay.
And it's great for people who have allergies, who need
Yeah.
a fresh, clean lens every day. It's great for people who travel, who are in and out of hotel rooms, airports. It's the convenience of having a clean lens without worrying about, am I keeping it safe?
Okay.
So,
Now, do's and don'ts of contact lenses.
Okay.
And one of them, I'm kind of looking down your list here,
yes.
and don't swim or shower with lenses. Again, we just talked about people who may keep them in for a whole week.
Yes, exactly. And those are the kind of patients that we hope they're not swimming in them because there are waterborne organisms that can
Right.
cause very bad corneal infections
Okay.
because the organisms can get into the matrix of the lens. The lens really is a lot of water and a little plastic.
Okay.
So those organisms, it's very easy for them to get into the matrix of the lens
Okay.
and start an infection.
Okay.
So we highly recommend that you don't do that with a soft lens.
In some of them, some of these things you put here, avoid contact with sprays or aerosols or
Yes.
environments. And
I think the biggest thing there on that do's of a contact is the very last one is always have a backup pair of glasses. We have so many patients that'll come in, they don't have a backup pair of glasses, and they either lose a contact, crack a contact, are out of contacts, they let their supply lapse, and then they can't see.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that's the biggest one there.
Okay, and again, some of the don'ts is wet the lens by putting it in your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Or any water from the tap.
Yes. And I have to say, when I was first a contact lens wearer, I remember doing that in the movie house one night. It was dark, the lens came out, I put it in my mouth, and then years later I think, oh my God, how could I have done that? But that's very, very bad.
Right.
Yes, and putting them under tap water. A lot of patients who've worn contacts a long time, they have a regimen that they feel is works, but it may not always be accurate.
Okay.
So if you are wearing contacts, come in and let us look at them and give you some updated knowledge about them.
Okay, and obviously, all you eye doctors have said this, have sunglasses.
Have sunglasses.
Whether or not you wear contacts or whatever it may be.
Yes.
You know, make sure.
Make sure you have a pair of sunglasses.
Exactly.
Yes. And you know what? I think a good one up there is don't panic if you get a lens stuck in your eye.
Yeah.
Because most times, patients will call and they'll say, oh my gosh, I got a lens stuck in my eye, or I have half a lens in my eye. You know, obviously we want to see you, we want you to come in, but the way lenses are today, if it stays in the eye 12 hours, it's not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just going to be uncomfortable.
It's just going to be uncomfortable.
Okay.
So lubricate it.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We really appreciate it. I think some really great tips here. And again, it's something I don't think we've talked about in a long time.
We haven't.
So
and
I think
that's
it's
just
a great subject.
real general overview.
Yeah, very good. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
All right. Again, great tips. If you wear a contact lens, maybe you're thinking about getting one in the future. And I think a lot of the things are just, you know, very good basic knowledge. But we all don't follow that for those who wear contact lenses. But the main thing is whether or not you wear them, get your eyes checked, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Good to see you.
Good. Nice to see you.
We'll be right back. Yeah, I don't think.